getting on Amazon and creating the brow products, it took me over a year to get the products. We officially started selling on Amazon 2 weeks ago, and we are already making a small profit. We've made $1,210.35 last week. And it's okay to have good days. It's okay to have bad days. But when you have those bad days, just remember why you started, because you know you can do it.
Tell me about yourself. Give me a little background about you and why did you decide to jump into this entrepreneurial e-commerce business?
Sure. Yeah, well, thanks for asking. So, first of all, I was born in Paris. I'm also half Irish and mixed with African, but I grew up in Paris, in Ireland, a little bit as well in Spain and in Africa. And that allowed me to, really work around different cultures and see the globe from a very young age. But once I reached my teenage years, towards the end of my teenage years, I just became passionate about makeup. As I said to you earlier on, I'm a singer, and before I'd go on stage, I'd go and get my makeup done. They'd never do it the way I would like my makeup done. So I was like, you know what? When I do makeup, I'm gonna ask people exactly how do you want to look, exactly what do you want, and I started working for big companies and makeup companies, and I loved working for these companies. But the parts I didn't like, I kind of, the long hours, the long shifts, and, not getting paid what you're worth and selling other people's products. So what really inspired me is I used to work for, I'm not sure if I can say it or not, but I learned a lot about selling products and marketing and packaging. And most of all, the relationship that is between you and your clients and what they need, and learning to listen to exactly what women need. So from a very young age, I started really kind of like always having a goal to initially get into products, and I knew that starting my business here, I moved. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Come on.
No, you're good, honestly, and feel free to share everything. It's all about the honest review. So
Yeah,
please, you're
yeah.
doing great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so 6 years ago, I moved from Dublin, Ireland to Los Angeles, California. And I was working prior to that for Charlotte Tilbury, and I was on counter working with women from the age of like 15 to 90. So I really got to know a high demand. I was always keeping stock in my head. Okay, brow products, I sold so many brow products today. Skin products, I sold so many skin products today. But the one thing that I realized that every woman needs and gives women so much confidence in the morning when they wake up is when they have a perfectly nice symmetrical pair of brows. And every time I would do a makeover, everybody would always say, wow, if only I had you every day to do my brows and I would just be okay. So during the pandemic, I couldn't work. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to study microblading, because you can now not only go home with my brows, and you can keep them for duration of time, like over a year. So once I started the microblading company, I deal with clients here in the clinic every single day. I deal with women from the age of 18 to my eldest client for microblading was 84. And I always thought I would love to get into makeup. I would love to get into a product, but I'm going to let my brow queens tell me what they need. And I've accumulated a load of information of like solutions that women were looking for. Well, I can't get my brows perfect in the morning. I've got 3 kids and I don't have any time to fill in my brows in the morning. I'm really busy. I go to work and I'm in a car and I'm filling my brows. So I was like, okay, there seems to be a gap in the market for a brow products, And what really led me to the getting on Amazon and creating the brow products, it took me over a year to get the products. So I guess you could count that as a mistake or not, but I feel for me it was a learning experience, because I wanted, the minute that people got on Amazon and seen my products, it's kind of like when you walk into a store, you have a seller that's able to tell you, well, this is long lasting and this is that. I wanted that the first time that they lay eyes on the packaging, that it tells them exactly what they need. I wanted to provide a solution in one box, basically. So yeah, started. We officially started selling on Amazon 2 weeks ago, and we are already making a small profit, which I never imagined would happen in a week or two. So I'm really, really happy. We're up to 15 units a day now. And that's like,
All right. Yeah. Congratulations. That's
thank you.
exciting. Yeah. I
Thank
love
you.
to hear that. And thank you for answering like the whole behind of like the product development and how the idea came to you, because I was gonna ask you about that. And it sounds like you've been in the cosmetic industry for quite some time, and it sounds like you've done your market research
Yeah.
through experience, and
Yeah.
you realize like, okay, there is a market here, and I'm gonna, capitalize on that. How long have you been working with your suppliers to develop this product?
I would say, I would say in coming up to a year, almost a year. Yeah, I first, I would religiously come home from work, make my meal, go up to my room, and watch Travis's channel on how to start a business on Amazon. So I used to pause the video, watch it again, take notes. He was literally my coach for like 6, 7 months. That's why it was like when his mother walked in, I was like, I'm sorry, your son wouldn't be Travis, would he? And she was like, well, yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so about a year, because it was very important for me to find a manufacturer that one communicated well with me, that had reviews, that was verified, and yet that had reviews, and that would understand the difficulties when you come into creating a product like that, And she was very exigent, and I'm so happy that I found my manufacturer and we were able to communicate well together.
How many manufacturers did you have to talk to before you found your one manufacturer that you're like, okay, this is the one I want to work with?
I would say about 13, and about a lot. The communication wasn't great, so about 5 manufacturers. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's great to hear, because, we always emphasize the importance of filtering through different suppliers, different manufacturers, to
Yeah.
find the one that works best with you and is willing to accommodate your requests. And you feel like this could be my business partner. What was it for you that like you're like, okay, this is the one? What were the final things that you were looking for?
For me, it was that my manufacturer was, of course, I seen that they were over 5 years on Alibaba. They were verified. They had really good reviews, but the
Mm.
communication of like, I'm sorry, this doesn't seem like it works. Can I get another sample? Yeah, no problem. It was very, with time zone permitting timing, but it was really about having that relationship with my manufacturer where we almost became like friends during the process. How about this color? No, yeah, I agree. So it was actually really about developing a relationship with my manufacturer so that we can work together at it, because my success is also going to be their success.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you hit it right on the nail head. I mean, that's exactly what we try to tell everyone. And was it easy to order samples from your supplier? Did you sample different ideas? How did that look for you?
I actually just posted it on my Instagram of how the first draft of the product looked, and it was this small white box and it had their logo on it, but it wasn't what I wanted. And I could show you probably 3 different designs from where I started with the products to where we are today. And I like to say, in order to get somewhere, you have to go slow to go fast. So I really took my time with the design. Honestly, I ordered about 4 to 5 samples. I was that client that was like, I need to see another sample of this. I need this change. The package is too reflective. We can't read the words. And they were so good to work with me on that. And it was fairly easy just to get it. And once I finally got this in my hand, I was like, this is it. It's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, were you mostly working with the packaging? Is that what you were like concerned about mostly?
The packaging and also the formula, because we're vegan and we're also cruelty free, so all of these things, friendly to the environment, all of these things, I wanted all of these things be captured in there, and also that it's easy to use, because my goal with this is to reach clients, and I call all my clients brow queens. It's to reach brow queens nationwide, worldwide. If I can get to them, I want to be able to give them my hands, the gift of my hands in a box, basically.
Yeah, I love it. Wow. And I can see over here what you shared is that the samples cost you about like $40 with just shipping cost.
Exactly. Yeah. And
which is
around
not
forty
bad.
dollars each time. Yeah, each time that I ordered it, and yeah, which is not bad at all for where we got to today.
Yeah, and you said you ordered like 4 times.
Yeah, I believe I ordered about 4 times. Yeah, I ordered
Okay.
about 4 times, and I also ordered competitors to see.
Oh, okay. No, so that's smart
Yeah,
to see how you're who you're competing with and how you
exactly.
can improve it.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of like questions about startup costs and like little things that and someone who's starting with Amazon has to go through.
Yeah.
And I just want, and it's some of the things that you've already shared, but I just want to ask you for the podcast.
Okay.
So one thing is designing the excuse me, designing the package and the product. Did you use any softwares? Did you use any designer? You shared here that you spend $0 on design. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I did all the designing myself and the packaging myself, but I don't know how much my Canva subscription is. I do have the pro version of Canva, and that's what I
Mm.
use to design it.
Cool. I love that. That's very creative of you.
Thank you.
And the next thing is the software. Did you use any softwares to do market research? You mentioned here that you used Helium 10.
Yes, I also use Helium 10. I believe that was a total of $276 dollars per month. So I did a trial run with it, get my feet wet a little bit, and I did a month of research on Helium 10.
How did that go? What was the thing that you were looking for and what did you find?
I absolutely love Helium 10. Honestly, I just played around with everything in the room, scanning it, seeing how this product performs, seeing what people are asking for, but mostly sussing out the competition that going forward I'm possibly going to have to face. Yeah.
Mm, cool. And the next thing, obviously, you signed up to the Amazon business account, which cost you
Ye-
about 39.99.
Yeah.
And the LLC, you put here that you signed up for an LLC, cost you 179. Did you use an agency to apply for that, or did you do it yourself?
We just did it ourselves with a what was it with a legal service? Yeah, we did. Sorry, we did it ourselves with a legal service. Yes.
Nice. And it cost you 179 here in California.
179 in California. Excuse me, Kamal. I did it with True Zen Business.
True Zen. Okay.
Yeah, True Zen Business, and it cost us $179. Another thing that was really important, as we are, as Travis likes to call it, a passion product, we had to get it trademarked, and that cost us a total of $750.
750?
And $50, yes, just so that we can trademark our logo and packaging. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's, did you use a lawyer to help you with
We
that?
did. We
Okay.
did. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. Because the trademark fee is like $275.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It was a
So
little bit more complicated with us as we are brow queen. So
I see.
yeah, we had to go through a legal service to yeah.
Cool. And your first production run cost you around $1,600. How
That's right.
many how many units did you order?
1,000 units at that price. And we did a 50% down deposit and another 50 deposit.
1,000 units and you did 50 down?
Yes.
Cool. And tell me about your photos. Your photos look great on your listing. I love them. Honestly, it looks very professional.
Thanks.
And I look at it, I see like a high-end brand.
Oh, thank you.
When I look at it, it looks very prime. Tell me about your photos. Like, what did you do? Did you hire someone? How was it?
Yeah, it was a struggle to get the right imaging, the right photos for this because the package is very reflective. So it was something that we tried doing on a white background and taking some pictures. And I was like, as important as the product is, I believe it's important that when shoppers are shopping on Amazon that they see it. So we invested $250 into a professional photographer, and we were able to get pictures of it of every angle. And I used Canva to design our listing, incorporating keywords. And I also went on the website, I'm sure you're familiar, Fiverr, and seeked out help to get somebody to help us, being you in this, and to get somebody. So I was very specific on the brand colors are like pink and platinum and black. So it's very specific. The whole idea of the brand is very California, effortless, fresh and fun. So I really wanted that when you look at it, you not only think of like a really cool makeup brand, but a brand that represents the California girl with like perfect brows and lovely skin and.
Yeah, you did a great job. It looks amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
it looks really good. I love it. And
Thank you.
creating the listing content. You spent some money to help for someone to help you with content listing on the.
Yes, on Fiverr, true Fiverr. It's handy to go on there and talk to different people that have been in this for a long time. But even with that, it wasn't as easy. I mean, I could show you the first draft of our listing to many, many calls back and forth and emails of how it needed to be changed to get to that. If I show you where our listing was at when we first started, yeah, it wasn't there.
No, I completely get it. Like when it comes to like starting a business, there's always gonna be a bit of like back and forth with your
Yeah.
vendors and suppliers and your creative team, to get it just right. You're always trying to get it right.
Exactly. And actually, another thing that I forgot to mention is when our packaging was done with our manufacturer, we also hired an inspection quality control company to make sure that all the packaging arrived at the FBA Amazon warehouse intact. And so far, so good. I've ordered a few myself and I'm really happy with it so far.
Oh, that's cool. So you shipped your product straight from the manufacturer to the Amazon FBA warehouse. You didn't.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly. It was a third party that did quality control inspection.
Cool. Were they also the courier, like the freight forwarding company, or were they separate?
No, they did all that for us.
Okay, nice. So it was the same company. They did the sample checking or the production checking, and they are the ones who shipped it for you to Amazon warehouse.
Exactly. Exactly.
How much did that cost you? I think I don't, you didn't put it
680.
here.
Yeah, 620 was. Yeah, so it was $620 for the quality control
I think to Amazon.
inspection.
Okay, I see it. Did that include the shipping, or that's just for the
Yes,
inspection?
that included the shipping, which I think wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah, no, that's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 1,000 units.
1,000 units. We did have a little issue where our manufacturer couldn't supply a few colors, so because some of the packaging didn't work out. So I think it was about 250 units that they're going to be shipping on our next order, which we're actually already putting in the next order at the rate we're going. We're thinking it's a good idea.
So did you order 1,000 total, or is it 1,000 per color?
Oh no, good question. Sorry. I ordered, I believe it was 750. I ordered more of the light brown, dark brown. I can't remember right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. No, I was just wondering if that's the total for both, or is it the total per color?
The total for both.
For both.
So it was
Okay.
500 of each. We split it in half.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
good job. I mean, I'm looking at the so it turns out your startup cost comes out here to be 1.68, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
And your selling price here at 1649. How did you choose that? Why did you choose 1649?
I chose 1649 because I wanted to create somewhat of a luxury product that if you're a teenager, you can afford it. If you're going to a party and you want to gift it to somebody, you can afford it. Or if you're on an old age pension, you can also afford it. I want to be affordable to everyone. I believe everybody should have the luxury of perfect brows.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, first of all, you did an amazing job. You followed all the steps. You did all your research. You did your homework. You're really a true entrepreneur when it comes to like starting this business. It must be really exciting. So you said like you launched it 2 weeks ago. When was the
Yes.
launch day?
So it was, I believe it was July 4th, and we started selling on July 13th.
July 13 was your first selling day.
Yes, July
Oh.
13th.
And tell me about how has it been since then? I know
It's been, Kamal, it's been like a game. You wake up every day, you look at your app, and you're like, oh, I sold 2 this morning. Wait, I sold 4 this morning. In the other parts of the country, we also did a pay-per-click campaign in the beginning. But what's interesting is we're already ranking on the first page when you search for brow stamp, which is something that I personally thought would take months to do, So it's just It's so fun. It's like a game, and it's like, okay, come on, how much more can we do? I'm really excited for what's to come.
Yeah, are you still running your PPC campaigns?
We are. Yes, we are.
Nice. And if you don't mind, do you want to share how much you've made so far?
Yes, so I actually have the number. We've made $1,210.35 last week.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't have the number for this week yet. So let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's amazing. So you made over $1,000 week one.
Yes, 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 yes. So exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, I do see after the FBA fees and the service fee and the PPC marketing, you are almost breaking even
Yep,
with all that cost, which is
yep,
not bad. I mean, this is expected in the
yep,
beginning, especially your first week. I mean, that's an amazing number.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you're on your way of making over four or $5,000 in
yeah,
revenue in 1 month. So that's amazing. I'm excited to like hear like third month or fourth month how you doing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And those figures don't include this week, which has been like more profitable this week. I mean, I think this is our third day in a row that we're up to 15 units a day. 15 units a day. Yeah. So that's so encouraging.
wow, that's amazing. I love
Thank
to hear
you.
that.
Thank,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yes, I would love to have you back on the podcast
Sure.
in like a couple of months or maybe 3 months
Yeah.
where we can take a look into like how it's been and how it's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and maybe you can come back 1 year later and just like we'll do a 1 year
Anytime.
review.
Anytime I'm here.
It's just
Yeah.
it's amazing, to like see how products are doing and how your business is doing. That would
Yeah.
be really
I
exciting.
I love it, and I love what you guys do with the channel. I mean it. I religiously watched the channel even as I was getting ready to come down here today. I was watching it and always relearning things. And it's so exciting for me because when I first started watching Travis's channel, I was like, what is helium 10? What is this? What is this? I know these things. So it really goes to show you that you can really start and not know about it, but really just apply yourself and learn it and make it your business. Now I know what I know what a pay-per-click ad is. I know what all of these terms are. So it's baby steps, but I'm really excited to grow with it and see where it goes.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, you're like a top student when it comes to doing
Thank,
this because you've been following everything to the T and you're doing great. And I'm excited to see how it goes for you. Truly.
thank you, Kamal. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I want to ask you this. I ask
Yeah.
everyone these questions. What are like three maybe costly mistakes that you've made that you wish you could have avoided?
Honestly, maybe the first thing that comes to mind is I signed up for Amazon early on in the process for my Amazon 39.99 a month process, where 1 month ago, and during the whole time that I was developing the product, my subscription was still going. But that's okay because for me, it was a sense of like, okay, that part is done. Now I can move back into this. Another thing as well is having
Well,
to read.
before you jump into number two,
Yeah.
that's actually a good thing because
Mhm.
sometimes it can take a while to get your account set up.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen quickly, so it's good that you set it up early.
Yeah.
We do recommend that. However, you could message seller
Yeah.
support, and let them know which month you signed up and how many months you paid for the subscription without selling.
Mhm.
And there's a big chance they will reimburse you for these months.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, this is a tip that it could, bring some money back for the months that you haven't sold. Uh,
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And another thing I think was as we were shopping for vendors to create our listing, having to redo our listing with different vendors, maybe a little loss on that.
okay.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
third uh,
The third, maybe I would say in reordering different samples, but for me it was really, really important to the whole process. So I mean, some people, I'm not sure how they work, but maybe they order one sample or two sample, but just being so exigent on how I wanted everything to look and feel and the quality, and just reordering a few.
yeah. I mean, these are completely normal. I wouldn't say these are costly mistakes, but maybe these are the cost of like starting your business.
Yeah.
You have to go through a bit of sampling and testing things out.
Yeah.
Thankfully, and this is why we do what we're doing, and this is why we all need mentors and people to lean on. It sounds like you've done the thing the right way, and you didn't do a mistake where it cost you money. Because I can't tell you how a lot I talked to a lot of people who wanted to do it on their own. They didn't have a mentor, and they mentioned like they've done mistakes that could have been easily avoided if they listened to someone or they had a mentor.
Yeah.
So I truly, this is a true example of how, because you're watching the channel and you're learning from someone who's truly who's passionate and trying to help other people to start the
Yes.
business in the best way possible and avoid any costly mistakes. This is why we share and ask people, like, is there any costly mistakes that you did that other people can avoid?
Yeah, of course. So that way they can watch this and be okay. Well, I'm not going to make this mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, this is why we do this, and we all learn from each other. And the end of the way, I learned from other successful sellers, and we help people who are early on in their journey, and we learn from people who are ahead of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this happened quick because you are still new, and you did your homework, which I truly appreciate, by filling out the numbers sheet for us to go through. It made it a lot easier to have this interview. I would like to end this podcast on one last positive note. What is something that you would advise someone out there who's just beginning on their journey? Maybe they're having a bit of a hurdle or hesitation, or what is some advice that you can give maybe your younger self starting to inspire and motivate them to move forward?
I would also say remember why you started, because you believed that you could do it in the first place. When you're having a difficult day, just always remember that initial thought that hey, I think I could do this. And it's okay to have good days. It's okay to have bad days. But when you have those bad days, just remember why you started, because you can do it.
I love that. That's
Mm.
great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tamara. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really honored and I absolutely love this. And thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.